Hello everybody, and welcome back to a fragment from the net slum. It is in the latter days of August, still a little time left in summer, but it is kind of winding down. And it's time for us to check in on the bulletin boards again here in dothack Fragment, so please join me for the August 2021 edition of Tales from the BBS. Yeah, the beauty of digital editing is I don't have to pause as long as I did there, but I did anyway, so I have a decent little... You don't need to see the behind the scenes, I know. So let's go into the bulletin boards here. Try to check in on them every couple months just to see what's up. Into the general online boards. Starting off with the phrase, "What a great night for a curse." This, of course, was done by Grimm way back in June, the founder of the Cursed Midnight server. Grimm, for a while there, was doing a couple themed dungeons with a bit of a storyline. It was really interesting to go into. Sadly, I didn't get much in the way of capture on that. The end of July here, a player named Vext responded in this thread with a corrupted server notice. Notice the title of this thread is also the message that is displayed on the Nazareth Palace server. I have a feeling that server is corrupted. Last night I was on it, I was playing with someone and the server crashed while we were in a dungeon. I noticed the server vanishes, then comes back throughout the day. Seems not worth it, I don't know. Well, this is actually more to do with the unique way that Fragment's online is set up. Area servers branch off of a central lobby server. That lobby server, the Net Slum lobby server, is hosted by Alkaline and is up as ready and readily as possible. It does crash on rare occasions, but we've got some great coders working on that. Zachmon, Formless, Dow, because Dow helps with everything. And I know there's people I'm missing on this list, but fantastic minds on it. And they're always looking into the issues when crashes occur and see what happened and how to fix it for the future. I can say it has been far more stable than not, to the extent that I'm legitimately surprised every time it crashes, which is not often. Maybe I could probably count them on both of my hands in the past year combined, so it's not a ton. As for the Depths of Nazareth server disappearing and then reappearing, that's probably just Grimm not being able to host it continuously. A bunch of people have it running on like old computers. Vector keeps Arcadia Pi running on a Raspberry Pi. Things like that. I know Emus hosts his on a VPN, I think. Yeah. So there are a bunch of different ways to host, but I know, speaking from myself personally, I just run mine off my computer. And so to get everything set up and going, sometimes you don't have time for it. Sometimes you just don't get the ports forwarded and you just don't keep them up all the time. So all the more reason to thank people like Venus, like Vector, like Emus, Snownomi and Dow hosting Crab and Hongic, who have their servers up more or less permanently. Vex then went on and responded 7:30. Depths of Nazareth was the server, my mistake. Depths of Nazareth has been a fun little server. It's seen a recent bit of growth, actually, over the past month or so. I've been on it a couple times myself. And really, any area server that's up is fair game. Moving to 817, we have a response here. Says, my bad. He says, the server is not corrupted, it's just hosted on my PC, which granted is kind of a garbage computer. Sorry you got disconnected while playing. I probably tried doing something on it while that was going on. And since it is a server that just casually hosted by me, I sometimes don't open it or have to close it to turn off the PC. Either way, pardon the troubles I might have caused. I'd hardly say that's any troubles. That's a situation a lot of us, and I'll put myself in that boat, are in. I like to host area servers. I like to have that variety out there. But sometimes you just don't have the time or availability. Again, all the more reason when you see a server up to find out who's hosting it and send them a quick thank you. Because that's really the most awesome facet of this game, the fact that you can go on and have the dothack experience. Moving to the next subject, a pretty favorite recurring topic to float near the top of the board here, favorite dothack character. Of course, this started all the way back in October by Snow Nami. And it's seeing, relative answers all the way through. Last time we heard from Yuki mentioning Shino. Moving all the way to August 6th, you've got Black Rose saying, I bet you can't guess. They go, I love a lot of characters, but Black Rose just hit different since I first saw her. Alcade is up there as well. Both very strong female characters, very opinionated. Cool people you'd probably want to play with in the game. And you've got Vince Edge saying, that would be Krim. He is really cool. I love his neutral stance and a lot of stuff going on in dothack sign. I would agree with that. Krim's not a super popular choice, but I like him. He tends to fit in any situation he's in. Not the most dynamic person, but generally tries to do the right thing and keep things in perspective. Also, badass weapon. Moving back to the Su Novato Aki topic. Again, I want to say this is Portuguese. We had a response in July. It says Tambem So, and then a smiley face and Oi. And we have one here that I believe says Salve Acabe de Comecar Hogar. I really don't know what this means. So, I'm going to go ahead and check it out on Google. Yes, this is me finger typing in real time. Translation. I just started playing. Okay. So this is someone saying, this is Cyrus saying on August 13th, relatively recently, they just started playing. So, welcome to the group, Cyrus, and glad to have you along. Moving to the next topic, it's the dreaded reloading bug topic. Didn't really think to see this one near the top anytime recently. It started way back on October 22nd, brought up by Alianis, and Vashi responded to it. The main gist of the topic was be careful when reloading the thread list from the thread options. My game crashes when reloading. I'm not sure if it's mine or in general. Thought I'd post this just in case. All the way up to August now, and Murasaki responds with, it seems fine, just tried doing it and it didn't crash my game. So occasionally when people would zip through here, and I was guilty of this once myself, and you're just sort of pressing the buttons real quick to get from one to the other, you kind of got to remember, that this is an old game that for all intents and purposes was abandoned and then picked up and patched back into working order. Sometimes you move a little too quick for it, and it would occasionally crash if there was too much input in a short amount of time. This is me on an alternate character responding something to that effect, if I remember correctly. It would occasionally crash if you were moving through the menus super quick. Not sure if that was something that got fixed along the way, but I haven't heard of it happening recently. And to be honest, I haven't heard of it happening recently. I would say the last 3-4 months I haven't had a single person mention it here or on the Discords. Moving to This Is Too Awesome. Murasaki again on August 9th. Just found out that there existed an online dothack all this time, and it works now through this private server. It's incredible. Definitely looking forward to what this has to offer. And, I just shot him a quick welcome and mentioned the community around here is real cozy, kind of chill. It is an awesome experience playing this game. If you're a fan of dothack, you'll get that nostalgia hit. It'll all hit home, especially if you're a fan of the R1 series, whether it be, Roots, Legend of the Twilight, Sign, IMOQ, anything in that era. Fragment is definitely going to be for you. And if you picked it up in GU, maybe saw last recode, gave it a shot, and wanted to see where it all began, this is a pretty nice little teaser. It gives you your pertinence and sort of lets you see where they were heading with it. And as an added bonus, if you're coming to it from there, you get to see sort of the work in progress of the awakenings. Overall, I would say the biggest draw for it is if you're a fan of dungeon crawlers. It's a fantastic dungeon crawler. Moving to new player. This was King on 8/10. This is amazing. New player here. Contact me or reply if you want to play together. Discord name is King in the server. Not sure if they mean the NetSlum Discord or dothack network. Both are perfectly fine, and again, just through a quick welcome, howdy, and hello. Tend to do that from time to time. I'm actually on my Longarm account right now, and that's the one I use specifically for this. I actually keep this character off the BBS, so things are somewhat new every time I come around. 8-6 Etrix started a topic called Hello? Says, hello everyone, I love game and have fun with friend. Feel like a couple words are missing there. Whether that's intentional or not, I'm not sure. Redacted follows up with Mimi also have fun with friend. Etrix finishes off with, so cool that game works. I hope your friend likes game too. Yeah, good enough for me. Moving to Sir Figgin, which is 7:30. Zephyr just simply sent a thread out to Sir Figgin saying, you made it, with a smiley face. I think that's pretty close to the end of it. 7:28 Vexed threw something out there. Says, is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out in the world? I am currently level 7 and looking for somebody that's not too high of a level so that we can party. Thank you. Awesome post here, but generally, if you're looking for a party, you really want to join the dothack network or NetSlum Discords. In fact, and join them both. Group organization in the NetSlum Discords, or just, at Fragment on Fragment Fridays on DHN should get you a party somewhat quick if anyone is around. Always newer players coming in. In fact, a lot of newer players come through and they don't know so much about the Discords, but more or less most of them find the bulletin boards. Since they're functional, I guess they're just sort of dicking around with the menu options and then find out that this really works. Where they come through before that, bit of a head scratcher for me, but it's the internet. There's always a way to find something, and there's always somebody playing a game. So the important thing is that new, fresh faces are always coming around and are warmly welcomed. So thank you to all of you, those of you who are posted here, those of you who I've seen about, and those of you that I haven't seen about or maybe have missed. Welcome, and hope you have fun. This last one here is a bit more of a different tone, and it's probably a good way to wrap this up here. This is from Dow on July 19th. They say, I like to be in good spirits and give back to the community I'm in. However, please understand that none of the items that they put into the guild shop are cheated, duplicated, nothing. They go on to say, it was nice to see people buying from the perch at first, but seeing it completely clean each day starts to just hurt, you know? I don't know what you do with all of the armor. I can only hope it goes somewhere useful. But please, at least leave a few of everything for the other people that play. I don't have infinite time to run and restock anymore, with a frowny face. Folks, Dow is without question the most helpful person I've encountered online, real life, anywhere. There is not a part of this game or a person who has played it that Dow has not gone out of their way to help 99.9% of the time on a personal one-to-one basis. Dow runs Ave's Perch, which is the guild in question here. And it's more so the guild shop than the guild that's of import, because what Dow will do through various running and farming runs and just digging for items, will stockpile items and then put them in the shop. Not super powerful high-end end-of-game items, but fairly powerful common to uncommon, a couple rares here and there, as a good starter for people getting into the game. A chance to get some extra armor, puts them in dirt cheap to free. And it's a little sad when you see people seeing this, and I get it, it's the internet. Maybe they didn't know any better the first time. Maybe they thought, oh cool, just free stuff somebody's dumping. But guys, that's not it. And I'm here to say on the record, that's not it. Don't be robbing from Aves. It's there for newer players. Once you get into the game, you can get your own gear. Phyllis responds with, if you want to get a bunch of gold pieces, just cheat. Leave Aves for the people that want to play legit. I could understand that sentiment. Truth be told, once you're past level 10, the gold finds you. Especially if you start running farming dungeons. If you could start getting into those, running some low-level farming dungeons and stockpiling those scrolls. Once you hit level 25 to 30, you could start moving into some higher-end things. Even just cheating is a little simple. There's no shortage of gold to be made in Fragment. So please, leave the stuff at Aves for the newer players. That beeping in the background is actually the timer on the pancake batter I've had resting. So this is a good place to wrap this up anyway. You guys take care, and we'll see you around.